So yeah, you press A to use your shield. I mean your sword. You press B to use your shield, and then you could only jump when you're on these things, which is weird. Oh yeah, you press up to jump, but you only could jump like really high when you're on this platform, this part on the ground right here. Ow! He like hit me in the face with the mace. Look, it's Cafe Papa Club. It's Jazz Cafe Papa Club. Yeah, it definitely has an Escape from New York or Escape from LA. It's like, look, apocalyptic city. We walled it off and turned it into a jail or something. Yeah. Oh, I can't just stay stuck here. I think I've gotten to the second or third level of this. Boxing, jazz. Look, it's my store. And it's a quick, bright cleaners. Ow. Yeah, it definitely has a Mad Max vibe. What I like is you could hold the shield from different angles, which is cool. Yay, did it! Hey, Mr. Cherry, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining the stream. Oops. Wait a minute. Let me do a shout out to Mr. Cherry. Yeah, how you been doing with Resident Evil? You're playing the original Resident Evil 3? You're doing speedruns? Remember I said that I beat Resident Evil 3 Remake on easy and on normal, and I was trying to play on Nightmare, and I cannot get past that first fight on the roof with Nemesis. So I'm thinking of just doing a really quick run on easy just so I can get points. Have you bought any of that gear? Like, I haven't bought that like electro gun thing. I used all my points on the hot dogger knife, and maybe I shouldn't have done that. Because I like the knife, but it's not going to help me against Nemesis, that's for sure. So I'm thinking of doing a quick casual run, get points, buy that electro gun, and maybe that will help me with that Nemesis fight. Hey Static Arbiter, how you doing tonight? Let me do a shout out for Static. Oh, you're playing Final Fantasy. How's your Final Fantasy doing? Mr. Cherry can't beat your personal best record, your speedrun record. Wow, you're hardcore, Mr. Cherry, because I'm struggling with Nightmare, and you didn't even buy any stuff for it. I gotta watch and see what your strategy is. Yeah, an Iron Sword. Yeah, if you guys didn't see me play Iron Sword, he just goes like this. Which is, I don't think that's the proper way to wield a sword. Like, literally just going like this back and forth with the sword. But that's how he, this guy's definitely better with the sword. $167, wow, you counted each time you died? That's crazy. Yeah, you're enjoying Final Fantasy VII, Arbiter? Static Arbiter, that's cool. For the most part, I've heard people like this. Some people feel like there's too many side quests and a lot of dialogue, a lot of cutscenes and stuff, and other people like love it. So, by the way, there's a setting to do rapid fire, and I have that on. These games are very difficult to play without doing rapid fire. So luckily I can just hold down the button and he's just spamming that sword. Because I would have difficulty doing this without that. Yeah, D-Nick, same for me. I've never played a Final Fantasy. The only one I played was Mystic Quest. And whenever I tell people that, they laugh at me. So, it's not my fault. I'm American. I didn't grow up around anime RPGs or anything. And that was the Final Fantasy that was marketed to Americans, was the Mystic Quest. And I got it as a gift. I didn't even pick it. You know, that's the kind of game you see on a shelf, and you're like, oh, this game looks interesting. So it's one of those. And I liked the game. I have to replay it, because I don't remember much about it. But I did beat it, I think. And a lot of Final Fantasy fans look down on that game because it was like, it's like, oh, it's watered down and it's easy. I didn't find it that easy. I mean, I was able to get through it, but it didn't feel like a baby RPG to me. But for a lot of purists, it's considered like a baby RPG. Oh, it tells you your results at the end. Yeah, I didn't really notice that. Some RPGs still have side quests and dialogues. Final Fantasy IX is your favorite, Mr. Cherry? Okay. Static, you're up to chapter 13. Some people are like complaining about the cats. It's like, oh my god, I'm collecting cats. It's like, so what? But some people are bitching about that. You think there's too much dialogue? Yeah, I've heard about that. That's the problem with most modern games. I mean, games are very, especially when remakes were made, everything is done very cinematic. And, I mean, look what I'm playing now. So, like, I grew up when you just get to the action and there's no cutscenes. So that's how I prefer games. I don't really care for games with a lot of cutscenes if you want to establish a little story. But then you have the extreme opposite, where look at something like Breath of the Wild. They set up a great potential for a good story, and they literally gave us nothing. Like, I felt like I would have liked to know the challengers, the champions, more. I would have liked things fleshed out more. So they put, like, the architecture for a really great story, and then they didn't deliver. They were better off just not even bothering with all this kind of hinting at a story. Oh! Right when I died, a little heart on wings showed up. Ah, okay. Yeah, I think that's the best way to play the remake, actually, because you didn't have any expectations. That's why, like, if somebody asked me, do you recommend the Resident Evil 3 remake? I would say, if you've never played Resident Evil 3, I would recommend it. If you've played Resident Evil 3 and you like it, you may feel disappointed in the fact that they did leave stuff out, and you have no expectations if you've never played it, so... I agree, yeah, I do think the Resident Evil 3 remake was overpriced at $60. I think if they would have just not... I still haven't gotten to Resident Evil Resistance yet. If they would have just left Resistance off, they could have charged $40 for it. If they would have kept all the stuff they cut out, and then also kept the new stuff, then maybe it could have been $60. But as is, as they released it, no, I don't think that's worth $60. It's a shame because I feel like Resident Evil 2 Remake was worth $60. Because when the reviews first started coming out, I didn't believe that it wasn't on the same level as the Resident Evil 2 Remake. I was like, no, I don't... They're just saying that because they want to be haters. But now that I played it, I was like, yeah, I understand the critique. It's not on the same level as the Resident Evil 2 Remake. I like it for what it is. It's just not a very good remake. It's a good game on its own. It's not bad. It's just, as a remake, it's just like... I didn't even recognize a lot of it. Like, it just seemed like there was little homages to certain elements of the game and scenes and stuff, but it was just, what? Yeah, Resident Evil 2 Remake was awesome. It does. Like, to be fair, they could have released Resident Evil 3 Remake as DLC for Resident Evil 2. They could have. I mean, they wouldn't have made as much money, obviously. What they could have done is release it as DLC and then release a complete package. You know what I mean? Like, If you already have Resident Evil 2, you could download this, you know, and then if you don't, then we'll package 2 and 3 together. Like, that's maybe what they should have done. This part is hard. Because you cannot touch him while he's in that wheel form, like Sonic the Hedgehog. You gotta keep jumping over him, and then only for like a split second he gets out of it, and then that's how you... like that. Then you gotta jump, make sure you don't hit him. That part's really tough. That's the part where you lose a lot of quarters. Like that part right there. Okay, jump. 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 What? My sword's going right through him. What? Did you see that? Okay, at least my shield blocks his fire, which is good. Jump. Jump. I wonder if I do my shield, can I block him when he rolls into me like that? I thought it looked cool, yeah. You know, it's weird that I had not heard of that game. You would think I would have, because I'm a fan of Dark Souls and all the rogue type kind of games. And for some reason, I had not heard of Rogue Legacy. But yeah, it looked really good. Yeah, it looked like there's a lot of content. How much is that game? It looks like there's a lot of content there. Oh my god. I did it! Ooh. $16 normally, but it's on sale for... What? Is it still on sale? I'll buy it for $5.09. I do not want to fight that. Do I have to fight the boss over again? Oh, thank God I don't. See, that's nice. That is nice. I didn't realize it was $5. Oh, it ended? Oh, okay. I'll just wait for it to go on sale again. I have a lot to play. I have a lot on my plate, so it's not like I need a new game right now. But I will definitely look out for that. I'm surprised that, because I follow Dr. Wario, whatever his name is, and the Cheap-Ass Gamer, and I didn't see them mention that. Maybe they did and I missed it. I'm just trying to get past this part. Oh! I was like, I didn't know someone was gonna come out of there. Look at this troll-looking thing. He looks like Quasimodo. Oh, how do I beat this guy? Alright. He's just gonna run back and forth. I should just stay on one side of the screen and then... Is he gonna jump over here? He's gonna wait till I move over there and he's gonna jump over there. See, I kind of wish that Capcom had ported all these games to the Super Nintendo, but the thing is that they, when these came out, the NES was out, so they just had to do kind of like watered down ports. And then by the time the Super Nintendo came out, I guess they had moved on to other stuff. But the Super Nintendo came out, what, 92? They could have still, 91? They could have still done a Super Nintendo, like, collection. Oh, the moment I pressed down to do the shield, he got me. You definitely have to... Ah. You could definitely see that this was a quarter muncher, right? It's like, we don't want you to keep those quarters. Give me all your quarters. Oh. Yeah, do you guys want me to continue with this, or you want me to... I could switch to Section Z, which I really like.